point. I really couldn't come up with anything because my experience at Buffalo Car Share was so varied. So I was, pacing through the office yesterday, walking up and down, and Mike's like, "Intern Mike, what are you doing here?" Distracting me from my work. And I said, "Well, I can't figure out this speech." And so he's like, "Okay, come here. I'll tell you the key to writing a speech. My brother told me this when I was just going to college. You got to remember the 5 B's of giving a good speech. Be brief, brother. Be brief. Because I got to go to a meeting at 12, and I really got to get out of here." But anyway, so I think the easiest way to talk about my experience at Car Share was just how varied it was. The very first day, I went to an accident with the car. The very next day, I was investigating a car with for cat pee, just to see if it was going to upset any of the members. After that, some of the other highlights were, or I guess you could call them highlights, if depending on how you look at it. We're going to meet or pick up a car and meeting the and I'll leave him unnamed, a business owner who's a chain smoker and a pretty gruff guy, a little intimidating to walk up to. But it was almost like every day there was a story. I would come home and Damien would be sitting there, my roommate, and he'd be like, "How was your day at work?" And if I ever said nothing, he was like, "Well, what? You always have something to tell me." So I would always, sometimes I'd be like, "Well, maybe I should make something up just to, give him something to think about." But so anyway, what I was primarily doing aside from, bouncing back and forth around the neighborhood was doing some research on adding a wheelchair accessible van to their fleet. I also did some data mining for them, analyzing their different cars, seeing which ones are profitable, which ones need a little work. I also helped out Jen with marketing, so we canvassed different neighborhoods. We went up and down Main Street, through Elmwood, down Grant Street. So I really got a very large picture of Buffalo through everything I did with them, especially even driving around with Larry cleaning cars. I saw all these things, and if you ever want to get a picture of the different types of people in Buffalo, go sit in the Car Share office and just listen to Zav talk on the phone to everyone. There's all types. But I think really what made this experience so valuable was that they made me feel like I was a part of the organization, and then I made an impact. So the research I did has already helped them propose a grant. Some of the people I talked to have already opened a dialogue for partnerships, opened a dialogue for collaboration in the community. And that was what it was really about. The difference in working at Buffalo Car Share and then a lot of these other places is that you're very on the ground and with people. It's a business, yes, but you see the impact it's making. There's people, just the other day I was on Sam McGavran's radio show talking about Buffalo Car Share, and a caller called in and said, "I'm a huge fan of Buffalo Car Share. It's been a great difference in my life." And it's a real great thing to be a part of that. In the spirit of being brief, I'd just like to thank once again Mike Gahlon for opening up Buffalo Car Share and this opportunity for me, and also thank Lou Jean and Megan for putting all this together. So thank you.